Hello everyone, my name is Kamara and welcome to Rooted Futures Tarot and Spirituality. I'm a psychic medium channeling and working with my ascended teachers, ancestors, and spirit guides. I created this channel to help the collective around issues of love, relationships, career, and general well-being. Also know that most of my messages are for a broad collective, and so please only take what resonates and works for you. I also have a channel that is growing in popularity on TikTok, which allowed me to create this channel. So I give thanks to anyone who's been following me on TikTok and who has migrated over here to YouTube for more extended readings. I really appreciate you. If you're just joining me new for the first time, please take a moment to subscribe to this channel and also click that bell so that you get notified when I upload new videos. In the meantime, any information about working with me personally will always be in the description box below, and please know that I don't reach out to anyone directly to solicit readings. So take care. Okay, so let's get into our opening message from Spirit. Spirit, divine creator that governs all, I call you in. I invite in my ascended teachers, ancestors, and spirit guides who also sit at the feet of Spirit. I ask that you guide us in receiving these messages correctly, with clarity and wisdom. Thank you. Ashe, Ashe. So let's go into the opening message. We have the Hierophant in reverse. We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the World card in reverse. At the bottom of the deck, interesting, is the Ace of Pentacles. I can show that to you too. I get the sense that someone is examining their beliefs. And they're wondering if they should continue to believe in something. This could very well be around religion. It could be around some kind of spiritual practice even. Someone here is contemplating if they are even making progress with this Page of Pentacles in reverse. Someone's wondering, am I even growing from whatever it is that I'm practicing? They don't know if their beliefs have been keeping them from other opportunities even. But I think whoever you are, you're also worried about maybe spiritual repercussions of even questioning your practice. And I was going to say faith, and Spirit was like, no, it's not faith. Spirit is showing me that you are a faithful person, but you're wondering lately if the way that you are trying to connect with Spirit actually is the way in which you are going to get the best benefit. Because you know what I'm seeing with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it seems like you're wondering if you are growing financially even. There's some kind of questioning that's coming up for you lately around, if I'm doing everything great with how I put my faith in Spirit, Now I know this may sound weird, but let me say it, and then you can kind of course correct around it. It almost feels as if you are receiving no true growth, no real benefit from practicing the way that you've been practicing. It feels as if lately you're thinking, and I know this is kind of a hard thing to say, that you are being stalled by your religious practices, or something feels stagnant to you. At one end, I'm seeing someone who's just feeling like they're not growing. And at another end, I see someone feeling like they should have a more prosperous life with the things that they've been doing. And I know Spirit's has God forsaken me? And Spirit's saying you're safe here. Spirit feels like they know your heart. That's what I'm hearing. Spirit knows your heart. Spirit knows that you're not trying to say, I should be rich by now from all the things that I've been doing for this religious practice. Now, I'm not saying some of you may have that thought at the end of the day, because maybe you tithe a certain amount of money, or maybe you give a certain amount of money to make sure the practitioners of your religion are able to live too. But some of you have actually been feeling financial strain from that, and maybe that's causing some of the questioning. I don't mean to laugh, but it is kind of a tricky situation, right? When you put your faith against your wallet, it's kind of just, it's not a conversation most people want to have, because maybe they would be told that their faith is wavering, right? So that's the opening message. Wow, it's a pretty intense one. but let's go on to what's the conscious aspect of this. What's consciously behind, what in your consciousness has brought this forward as the issue? What in your consciousness has brought this forward? Let's see. What in your conscious? Thank you for your guidance, Spirit. Inner integration. What it says here is there is peace, equilibrium, and fulfillment in integrating the inner wild with the taming and the tempering effect life has on us. This particular card speaks to one's life cycle. So this is actually one person throughout their life cycle. This is when they're young, they're getting older, into elderhood. And I think some of you might be a little bit older. You might be looking and reviewing your life right now and wondering where the spiritual practice has gotten you. Maybe some of you are involved in a spiritual religion that is very constricting, that requires a lot of structure, rules, and if you don't follow those rules, there could be repercussions. And maybe you're starting to see throughout your life that you're not sure where this religion has helped you to evolve. You're questioning that right now, maybe even as an older adult. And if you're not older, you may be in any one of these phases, other phases, thinking about how is this going to carry you throughout your life? How is it going to keep you whole, this spiritual belief? Is it going to be able to inform the different cycles of your life? It's very deep. So someone's having an awakening. And at the bottom of the deck, I wasn't even going to take this, but when I turned it over, this was in reverse, accountability. So maybe, and only take it if it resonates, something has happened within your spiritual practice, within your religion, whatever, the house that you, I say house, I don't know why that came up, but you could be part of an ATR, you could be part of a church, you could be part of a temple. Something has happened in which you believe accountability hasn't been taken, because this was in reverse. And so it says responsibility is a gift of love and to yourself and others. So there's some way in which you have felt, I don't think it's you, I think you feel like it's someone else that hasn't taken responsibility for an action, something that they have done. And now you are wondering in general, if you are in a place where you are not able to grow within the confines of morality that you believe in. Something here, something I'm feeling has questioned your faith. Some incident, something where you feel like either the organization itself hasn't been accountable, the religion is not accountable, or you felt like a person within that religion hasn't been held accountable. Very deep. So let's go into, that to me was the unconscious aspect, was accountability. That was the unconscious. That's what Spirit is saying, because I was going to pull a card for the conscious aspect of this and the unconscious. And Spirit is saying this was the unconscious. So consciously, you're thinking about how it's impacting you, but on the unconscious level, you're wondering about that accountability. Very deep. Let's hear from your past self. What does your past self have to say about the situation? Thank you for your guidance, Spirit. Wow, look at that, you all. The great teacher. It says below, learn. We can't even, Spirit is talking here. It says learn from your spiritual experiences, and you have an image of Yahweh or Jesus, however you want to say, and you see the dove, you see the even the sacred geometry of the sacredness of what the teachings of Jesus meant. And someone here, you're having to learn from spiritual experiences. What I'm hearing right here, because I feel like someone is feeling even dismantled by something that has happened to challenge their beliefs. And Spirit is saying here that the teachings of Jesus rarely correlate sometimes with the organizations that claim to believe in these teachings. And sometimes we have to create and cultivate, and this is what Spirit is saying, cultivate our own relationships with these ascended teachers so that we get the true teachings, so that the teachings really resonate in our body as what is true. It doesn't mean that something is wrong with the teachings of Jesus. It means that there may be an organization, there may be a person, there may be a collective of people who are not quite getting the spiritual lessons as they're being taught by this great ascended teacher. See, I consider myself someone who honors Jesus as one of my ascended teachers, but I do not really connect through churches for his teachings, his or their teachings. I believe there's something really beautiful about the compassion teachings, but I don't connect that to religious organizations. I connect it to the being, the teacher, that and there's a way in which maybe you're contemplating that too now, Or maybe you're contemplating throwing it all out. You know, this is all going to be a personal choice. But your past life self is saying that you need to look, I'm hearing not throw out the baby with the bathwater, that there is something that you've received from these teachings. Let's go to your present self. What does your present self have to say? Thank you for your guidance. Ooh, that came out. You've got the autumn card here, which says, release the old and rest. So there's something here about looking at the past, and maybe whatever took place to question your faith took place around the autumn, or maybe in this upcoming fall, you are going to make a decision around something that you need to release. And there may be something that your present self is talking about, just going within and deciding what is going to be the best movement for you, what is going to be the best decision that you come to. 333 is actually on the clock right now, if you wanted to know. So your future self is, wow, you all, your future self is showing the knight here. And the knight is saying, be brave and be honest. Your future self, I think someone's future self is guiding them to take a path of righteousness. We still have 333 on the clock as I'm receiving this message. Take a path of righteousness. What's true to you? What's morally right for you? What is the right action is what I'm hearing. There's something here inside of you that can't let a trespass just fade. You want to make sure that someone is being held accountable for some kind of action that you believe they should have been held accountable for. This could have very well been in the past, or it's something in the recent past. Your future self is saying, when you speak up, when you take on whatever issue this is, by being brave, by being honest, you are going to find resolution. Let's go to the lesson. What is the lesson here? I'm going to take from this oracle. What's the lesson, Spirit? Look at that. The Phoenix. It's saying to me that you are a person in which you are at a pivotal point in your life. I'm being told to show this card too. You're at a pivotal point in your life. You're looking at these life cycles that you're in, whether you're getting ready to go through them or if you've been all the way through them. And there's a part of you now that is in Phoenix energy. This card is the Phoenix. You're getting ready to burn away, quite literally, all of the things that no longer work for you around your spiritual beliefs. You are willing to let them ignite, quite literally take a tower to them, and then what is left inside of you, will emerge as the new you, as your new beliefs. Whether that's you take on a whole different religious practice, or you decide to save what is much more, which I'm hearing, save what is salient for you, what is sustainable for you, what helps you to still connect with your heart. But you will go through a major transformative experience right now, because Spirit is saying that you can't let this go. You must be brave and honest in a situation that needs accountability. Deep, very deep. Let's see how this lesson reflects on a past life. Because sometimes lessons are related to past life events, if you believe in past lives. Wow, we have the fall of civilization. This is so interesting, you all. Because the fall of civilization, it's talking about around the wheel here. It has ignorance, greed, corruption, indulgence, all around. You can't really see it here, but there's written words all around it. And what I'm getting here is that in a past life, you had to witness quite literally a civilization fall because there was a lack of accountability. And that lack of accountability infected the structure of that civilization. This is what Spirit is showing me. You were part of an early civilization that was created on ideals, but as that civilization encountered conquerors and colonizers and wars and battles, the makeup of that civilization changed. What people valued as moral guidance changed. What people maybe even believed spiritually might have changed. And you saw how that turned into greed, how it turned into corruption, how it turned into ignorance and indulgence. And then you witnessed a civilization fall. So quite literally, this moment that you're in, the reason why Spirit is saying that you're being drawn to something that's happening around you, and you're feeling, I get a sense that most of you are feeling like you can't let this go. There's a part of you that can't even sleep at night because you want accountability for a certain situation. And this has to do with that past life where, you know, you had to witness something that you valued being destroyed because it was destroyed from the inside out. And you don't want to see that being repeated again. Very deep. So lastly, let's go to what you need to know, because there's something here we want to ask Spirit. What is it? Anything else that you need to know? Anything else, Spirit, that needs to be known? Look at that. The Six of Wands. You will experience victory. If you're worried about how this is going to turn out when you ask for accountability, when you raise your voice to be brave and honest, you will experience victory from this. You will experience a sense of pride that comes forward from standing in your truth. And there will be change. The Death card is here. Something will be transformed. And you have to be okay with that change. Spirit is saying, let something die so that this phoenix, because that's the only way that this phoenix can come about, is when death has happened. That's the only way that resurrection can happen. So Spirit is saying to you, and that was a 222 on the clock when I said that you have to be willing for that change to happen. And look here, Spirit is going to present you with a cup of compassion, a cup of love, because you will be rewarded for your right action, not just by others, not as validation, but by Spirit too. Your heart will find relief. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit. Your heart will even find relief. Anxiety may lessen when you take this action. And Spirit is saying at the bottom of the deck, Knight of Wands, you will probably take that action sooner than later. You will probably take that action sooner than later, and it will put you in the sun. So let's go to the closing message here. Let's go to the closing message. do the old voodoo deck. What's the closing message, Spirit? Thank you for all of your guidance. Closing message. Truly, this is your energy. Queen of Cups, regardless of your gender. You're someone who leads their life by love. You're someone who extends a hand of grace. This is all of who you are. And I think whenever something threatens that alignment within you, you are going to speak up. You are going to bring forth the issues. And so Spirit is saying, be in this nurturing, compassionate energy. It is you. It is all of who you are. So I will leave it here. I know that you will make a decision that is right for you. If you feel compelled, please comment below. And I'm being told, comment below either 222 or I think the very first number that we saw was 333. Or just claim it below with a comment. And if you like the way that I read, if this message has resonated with you, please consider subscribing to my channel and liking this video. Otherwise, I appreciate you stopping through and taking a listen. Take care.